Hey everybody, Casey Transformed here again, and today I have my review for Transformers Cybertron or Galaxy Force once again for anybody from overseas. Galaxy Force Deluxe class, Hot Shot, or I believe in Japan he's called Excellion for Galaxy Force. Please ignore any paint missing that I might have, or say like this Autobot symbol that's just completely gone. Mine has seen much better days. Mine does have a little bit of a breakage right here for the gimmick, but the gimmick still works fine. And the silver paint on the top here is a little weird. But that's not me, that's not the toy, that's from something else, so please try to ignore that. But you can see overall, he's really highly detailed, very nice car, and the paint on him's all very nicely broken up so you don't get one color too much of one color. It looks very nice. If I zoom in there a little bit, you can probably see that there is a seat in the small little steering wheel. So it does look like a real car. The headlights are nicely translucent. I love it when toy manufacturers do that instead of just painting the headlights. They make them translucent. Makes it look a bit more realistic. Let's see. On the back, you can see it vents or possibly even what could be exhausts on the side. On the sides here, let's see, you can probably barely see it, but there is sculpting for headlights, even if it's unpainted. The doors, and the doors look nice here. The wheels are nice silver and they roll really well. I mean, yeah, he rolls pretty well. It's got a nice engine block thing on top, which is kind of reminiscent of Hot Rod's engine block. It's got a nice wide. I love the spoiler. I don't know why, but how they did the spoiler on him looks really awesome. It's just big wide piece that goes all around the back of the car. He also has an accessory, this gun, which is just your basic missile launcher. It pegs into that hole right there on the top of the engine block. It looks good. I mean, the translucent yellow plastic kind of helps to blend it in, almost like it's an energon weapon or something. He does have a gimmick. You got the speed key here once again. The back of the engine block's also the gimmick. So what you do is you're going to take it and bam. Let me show you that from the top. You see you get these little wide, I guess, extra pieces of spoiler. On the show, they made him go faster somehow. I'm not sure how, but that's how. Oh, let's go ahead and take out the key. I think he came with the speed key. I'm not sure. He probably came with the earth key. But yeah, the spoilers look kind of reminiscent of something, don't they? Yeah, he's basically the replacement in this show. He's basically the replacement for Hot Rod. I mean, he likes to go fast. He's kind of arrogant. Kind of childish, and he's got this big wide spoiler. I mean, the yellow on the top kind of helps make it look like it's one big blade of spoiler, kind of like how Hot Rod had it. He has the engine block, even though it's not on the front; it's back here, but it's still reminiscent. And you can see it kind of looks similar, silver and black. Yeah. Both of them are. He doesn't have like piping or anything, but it looks like a fast car. It's like a Cybertronian Hot Rod. If he was blue and yellow instead of red and orange. No flame decals, but that's fine for me, honestly. And he looks really nice. I really like this vehicle mode, you know. And, yeah, here he is next to the Classics Hot Rod. For anybody who didn't know how, he's actually a little bit longer and a bit wider than this one. Here he is next to Scatter Shot. You can see, yeah, considering Scatter Shot's a Scout. Yeah, he's quite a bit bigger. But overall, he's a really cool vehicle mode, and I really like him. I'm really glad I got him. Even with some of the paint stuff that's missing, he's still a really great toy. So let's move on to transformation then. I'm just gonna fold these and get them out of the way. Which I actually kind of like it without the spoiler, just because it looks a bit more solid to me. But sometimes I like to have it out. Anyway, transformation's pretty simple. Just grab the back here and it extends, and that's his legs. Come under here and fold out the feet. One of them is really tight. Can kind of just barely, there. That one's really tight for some reason. So we're going to stand him up. Let's move the camera. And bring the arms out. And yeah, my Autobot symbol on here is messed up too. To get the shoulders down, you may have to take this back here and pop it back a bit to give room for the shoulders to come down. One last thing you're gonna do for transformation is to grab this and spin it around, and that's hot shot. You could also just go ahead and take that. Oop, that wasn't me, I swear. You could just go ahead and take the key gimmick again and. Yeah, like I said, this part's broken, so this one goes a little bit higher than it should. And there he is in robot mode. Alright, well, we're just going to get this comparison out of the way. Here he is with Hot Rod. Classics Hot Rod to be exact. You can see he's quite a bit taller considering they're both deluxe classes. Yeah, Hot Shot is huge for a deluxe class in all honesty. And not even counting this, just counting the head. He's quite large. But yeah, you can see where a lot of the homages come from. Like, he has the triangles on the legs. Let's see, he does actually have the pipes on the arms. They're actually sculpted. It's going to be hard to kind of see this, but look at it from here, you might be able to see it. He does have the pipes sculpted into the door here to kind of homage that. He has the tires on the arms. He even has detail on the chest to kind of resemble the engine block being like flattened out. And of course he has these, which resemble these. Heck, the only thing he doesn't homage is the crest. He just doesn't have the crest on the head. I mean, a lot of people are saying they wished he homaged like they had the actual engine block here or something, or other things, or the flame decals. But in all honesty, I don't want him to. He's just supposed to be an homage. He's not supposed to be, the actual character. I kind of like Hot Shot having his own character and personality to him, He's similar to the original Hot Rod, but he's also very different. He's his own separate character, which is what I liked about him. It's like you get a brand new Hot Rod. Okay, here, I'm going to change. There we go. Alright. Yeah, you definitely see the homages. You can definitely see the resemblances, but I like him as his own character. I think he's really cool. And just since we're talking about the show anyway, here's Scattershot next to him. Really tiny next to Hot Shot. I mean, Scattershot's tiny next to anybody, but you can see here at least he came up the rod in Hot Rod's chest. But here, his head is barely at the top of his leg. Is not even at the top of Hot Shot's leg. Oh, if he could stand, or Hot Shot could just kick him out of the way. Since his leg is as big as Scattershot. And he came out in 2005, so he actually has some pretty good articulation. His head's not ball jointed, it's just swiveled, but really good. The arms from transformation do move up and down. They do swivel. They do go in and out, which is really cool. A little bit of articulation to use. And ball joint at the elbow. You can also pretend he has shielded arms. No waist, but it'd probably be kind of hard to work one in, especially with how this is right here. Let's see. Ball joint at the leg. Not the best ball movement in the world, but you can get quite a few poses. A really good knee. 90 degrees. And the feet move a little bit. You could use that a bit. Get a couple poses, but only for certain poses they're useful. One thing to look out for is, of course, the gun, the key if you want it, and when you're buying a Hot Shot, this has a tendency to come off real easily. The entire back portions, which is essential to his, robot and car mode, basically, as well as looking right for his robot mode. I actually remember seeing a knockoff where they actually packed this separately, like they were trying to pass it off as a shield or something. I couldn't figure out why, but I mean it's kind of a really crappy shield. Can you actually hold this? Nope, you can't hold it. I actually kind of wonder why Hasbro didn't do it themselves, but they're not one for part forming, so we'll just stick it on his back again. And now let's get you a good look at the head sculpt. Got clear across right here, and it looks really good. It's got all this yellow, and the red, and the blue, and black, and once again, just enough color everywhere just to keep it broken up, It all looks really good. I really like the spoiler because his heels. That's pretty cool to me. It's just something different and cool, and like I said, you can get some pretty cool poses. I mean, you kind of get a fighting stance with him. I believe there's actually a part in the opening where he kind of makes a stance like this. Yeah, don't fuck with him. Oh wait, no, wait, we'll shoot him. Oh, and it fell back. Screw me. It just went behind the dresser. If you lift this flap, you can actually get more better look at that steering wheel if you want. I'm not sure if you would want to, but you can see the little seats in there. It's pretty cool. Overall, I would say definitely a pickup. He's pretty cheap on eBay and really easy to find. If you can't get him, I recommend getting the Excellion repaint they had. Or any other mold they have of him. I know about him and Excellion, that's about it. And yeah, he's an easy recommendation. He's a really cool toy, really cool for both collectors and kids. He was a cool character on the show. Definitely get him. This has been KC Transformed, and I'm out of here. Oh, he doesn't have as many cool weapons as Scattershot here, who will destroy you. Destroy.